Okay, cool. So today I'm gonna go over my little build here that I have for Dark Elhain. Now, Dark Elhain is a login reward. Oh my God, login reward champion. You get her after 120 days. So, not too long after, right? It's not that long, is it? Okay, so like 4 months. Okay, that is, it's not that long, I don't think. She's a really good champion in a way. Personally, I don't really use her that in that many places. Occasionally, I use her in arena against Torment. And well, let me go over her kit real quick. So on her A1, she's a single target. This actually does hit pretty hard. Decreases the target's max HP by 30%. So when something decreases a target's max HP, it like erases part of their health bar. So even if they were to heal, they can't heal up to 100%, only up to the like whatever the wherever that little the health bar actually stops now after, something like this hits them. So 30% of the damage inflicted. Now I do have her with a destroy set because with a destroy set decreases enemy max HP by 40% of the damage dealt. So I guess together it would be 70% of the damage dealt. Although this is separate from the destroy set. Like this is its own thing, and then this is a separate thing, which I think you do add them together when it comes to this, because other sets are like, even if you put a poison set on a champion, it doesn't mean uh, that they're gonna. I think it doesn't mean that it's gonna land a poison. I might be wrong about that. I don't remember exactly how it goes. What does a poison set say? Or toxic set, sorry. Yeah, 75% chance. So this chance is separate from any like poison attack damage or attack, like for example Kale's A1, right? This drops a poison 80% chance. So this is a separate chance. If you had him with a poison or a toxic set, the chance to land a poison would be separate from the chance he has to land a poison with his skill. So but when it comes to the decrease enemy max HP, I don't know how. I think it just you just add it together. I think. I don't know. Not sure. But that's her A1, and it does hit pretty decent. When you book it up, it just gives you a little more damage. Nothing crazy. And then her her A2 is actually really cool. That's Majesty. Places, so before she actually attacks, it places a increased attack buff on herself for 2 turns, then attacks all enemies, and then 50% chance of placing 30% decreased speed. This is really useful in arena too, and in like Doom Tower when I use her against the Scarab King, even though she's magic, she kind of hits weak, but I do get around that with good support team and all that. And then it's really all about her passives though. Her passives are really cool. So this passive right here, it fills her turn meter by 25% and instantly activates this Death's Majesty whenever this champion or an ally receive a freeze. So if she gets frozen, it will immediately activate her very hard-hitting ability, which gives her the increased attack. But then the other passive along with this one works really well because if she receives a freeze herself, then she instantly removes it from this champion and then gives herself increased crit rate, increased crit damage. So it's really cool. Like she can hit really hard if you build her well enough. Now I didn't exactly build her for arena. This is more of like just a general build that I have for her. So let's see, what do we got? I'm not gonna change her build. I'm just gonna show you like exactly how I did it. So a crit damage gauntlet. I wish I had something. So I want to keep the destroy set on her because I use her for Scarab King all the time. So another place that you could use her in is Ice Golem because he freezes you at the end. He or not at the end, but in the when you're going up against him, he freezes you when he hits with his heavy hitting ability when he revives his minions, and then if this will always activate, so that's pretty cool. And then it takes his health down and gives him decreased speed, so that's good. So anyway, Crit damage gauntlets. This is the kind of build you would give in general, like to attack-based champions like this. Uh, Attack percentage chest, and then this is I don't worry about speed with this champion, so I let all of my debuffers and my support champs go first, and then she goes. It is kind of slow. It's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes, but I do usually do pretty good with her. Uh, if you want her a little bit faster, I guess you could do speed boots, but I never really needed to. And as you can see, not everything. This is the only one that's not rolled up. I guess I could just roll it up now. It's a little bit more HP, and I don't have anything really glyphed because there's really no. I do want her attack to be higher, but her base attack is pretty decent, almost at 5,000. I'll get there eventually. So everything has some crit rate on the top, so you just want to look for some crit rate and attack percentage or flat attack. If you're a newer player, you usually won't have too many good artifacts, but that's a good kind of rule of thumb. Anything with either attack, flat attack percentage, or crit rate would be the preferred option here. And, a mixture of attack. And then this one just happens to have some crit damage in it. Again, crit damage gauntlets, attack percentage chest, attack percentage boots, or speed boots if you need her to go a little faster. An attack ring with a little bit of, defensive substats, but mainly I picked it for this. I should get a different one, like maybe like an epic or legendary one, but she's been working out just fine with this. Crit damage amulet or attack amulet if you don't have a crit damage one. And then I gave her accuracy. Now I would switch this to an attack banner, but she does hit hard enough already, so it's not super necessary. But if I wanted her to hit a little bit harder, maybe I'd put an attack banner on her. But I do like her landing the decrease speed. And then as far as masteries, I want her to ignore defense. I want her to ignore a little bit of defense if I can get that. So if I were able to put her in like a cruel set or something like that, that would be really cool. And of course, you cannot mix like a destroy set with a savage set. It's just not possible because it requires 4. So where savage requires 4 items to have this the increase or this little buff, I guess you could call it. But so does destroy, so you can't use destroy and savage in the same champion. You have to use something else. So I would have to probably go with a cruel set if I had items that could fit her in this way. So normally, Scarab King on normal would be the best place. Anything Scarab King like this, I use her in my team for it. Like this is kind of the team for normal. I like to just kind of go manual, that way all the skills are available for them, like at the end. I'll just I'll get it to the end and then I'll come back. Damn, I meant to start it. I left it on auto and then I meant to come back, but anyway. So this is, I just kind of leave it on auto after this, and then you see the enemy max HP right here. So it just keeps kind of deleting his health bar, so even if he tried to heal, he wouldn't be able to, but that's not about that. What this is about is because the only way to decrease his little shield thing up here is with an enemy max HP ability or champion or something like that. So right there it breaks the shield, and then after that it's just over. So that's usually what I use her for. And then also in arena, if I ever have to, that seems too crazy. Hegemon. I don't really have anything right now for Hegemon. Let's see if we can find a simpler sort of Torment team. Oh, like this, for example. I have Torment. And then I just leave it on auto. Then she just activates that multiple times, and she just keeps hitting them like that. It's pretty nice. Like that's usually how it works. Like I usually go after teams like that where like they have Torment in the lead, and you know as you saw there, he froze my control champion. And then, you know, sometimes Trunda gets frozen here, but this time I don't think she did. I didn't notice. A lot of times, you know, Arbiter I just don't have any resistance really for these. I have really high accuracy for her, and then, you know, Arbiter's just kind of built with a bunch of speed, so there's really nothing crazy about her build. So that's why I depend on her a lot, and then Trunda just kind of nukes if she can. So that's usually how I use her in Arena. And then other than that, when it comes to Ice Golem, I don't use her in Ice Golem because she's just not super helpful for Ice Golem, at least for me. I mean, maybe like Ice Golem 20 she would be because, you know, it's kind of easier and, you know, I don't even know who I would. I guess if I just took out, let's do something like, just take out, guess take her out probably and leave Bad L here since he's pretty tough. I don't use her for 25 just because she's really not that good on 25. But I guess if you're like a lower level player, you're like in the mid game, you're in level 20, like, you know, she would be useful for 20. I used to use her for 20 all the time, so I'll take you to the boss and then I'll come back. Okay, so she died in the what's it called? But it doesn't matter because then I have Syl to pick her back up, you know. And then so as you can see, this is once he does his big ability, she will activate her Death's Majesty, and then it'll be a lot better. But you know, I don't really find a lot. Maybe it's just because of the build I have. The specific build I have for her is just not really for Ice Golem, I don't think. She's more, I have her more for that Scarab King for Doom Tower. That's really what I use her for, either hard Doom Tower or normal Doom Tower. But as far as Ice Golem, I would probably just stop at 20. And if I could, you know, I mean, you just need a lot more support for like 20, for over like levels over 20, I guess. But other than that, yeah, like this is exactly, well, so far, because I have, what's his name, Brogni, to block debuffs, nobody's getting frozen here. And then you know, I have constant healing and all that stuff, so it doesn't really, right there. Does anyone freeze? Nope. I guess I just have good enough resistance for 20 to not get frozen over there with Syl the Drake. She didn't have the block debuffs thing. So, but yeah, I mean, she's not bad. She does pretty good damage. I mean, 1 million, right? She did a little bit less than Brogni, but then again, he's got like the shields and all that, so that's probably why. And then he's got the poisons, but yeah, she just does straight up damage. And but other than that, that is basically how I would build my Dark Elhain. And if you have anything like Destroy Set to kind of complement this ability, the first one, that's what I would do. Otherwise, I would say, let's see the suggestions here. Probably, yep, the same thing. Attack, critical. This is like the basic suggestions for all the attack champions, but I would say maybe a cruel set if you have it, or a savage set, or um, you know, like a crit rate set. Critical rate would be good. Divine critical rate. Uh, Lifesteal is always good for everybody. Definitely, I don't accuracy. I wouldn't use it just because. I mean, do you want her to hit hard, or do you really need her to land that decreased speed? You know, Savage, if you can get good enough gear for her, like she would definitely hit really hard and ignore defense. Um, Definitely Cruel. Swift Parry with the increased crit damage would be good, I guess, but you know, I don't even have a lot of that, so. But yeah, that's what I would do. Just kind of like a standard, you know, kind of like what I've showed before with attack champions. So crit damage or crit rate if you're newer. Attack percentage for chest, definitely, with hopefully if you can get crit rate or crit damage on there. Attack boots or speed boots if you need her to go a little bit faster. And then the row on the top, you definitely need crit rate on everything as much as you can. That way you can get as much as possible. Obviously, I wish I could get 100%, but usually I have like a crit rate aura to supplement this, or a champion that increases crit rate to supplement that, and an increase attack champion. So that's it. That's Dark Elaine. Thank you.